the bro off.
Okay, the bro off.
And the
broth.
whole point was, how many different ways can you say bro?
Bro.
Right? So it'd be like, what's up, Brodius Proximus?
What's up, Brovlovsky?
Hey, Brody One Kenobi.
Brody One Kenobi. I like that one. That's totally tubular.
Hey. If it isn't Broda.
Right. I like that.
Right.
Like
so you'd go through and you'd be doing all these different ways to say bro. Hello, and welcome to Basements, Faults, and Catapults. I'm one of your hosts, Aaron.
And I am Trevor.
And here we're going to be looking at games, genres, and the things that we enjoy in gaming.
And to do that, normally we randomly select a genre, but this is our special 10th frequency of an episode.
So while we normally give a brief rundown of the genre and select some games in that genre, today we will be playing a pre-selected game.
Yes, and today we have pre-selected Astroneers, because there's a new DLC for Astroneers, which is Void something.
Glitchwalkers.
I wanted to say Void Dwellers.
Why would you say Void Dwellers?
I think Void Dwellers should be the next DLC.
Wasn't that the DLC for Starfield?
It might have been.
You're
Shattered
the
Space.
guy.
Shattered Space.
Man. I mean, there is a DLC out there called Void something. There just has to be.
So, I mean, I recommended Astroneer because I absolutely love it. It is from System Era Softworks, which, I mean, that's the first time I'm actually reading it. I was just like, Astroneer. So Astroneer is kind of brought to you as interact with strange new worlds in a unique and tactile way, molding the environment itself as if it were clay in your hands. Build your base, master resource management, automate your production lines, and more as you unravel the mysteries of the universe alone or with friends. Yes.
We're friends.
We are friends. And so, yeah, basically the game is really cool. You can, the world is basically shapeable, moldable, destructible. There's a ton of different survivability kind of gameplay to it. Like you need to have oxygen and you need to have power, and then you need to build rockets and get to other planets. And it is just a hoot to play. So yeah, Astroneer is it's a lot of fun, and for our every 10th episode, we like to sit down and just pick a game that we love to play. I kind of, in some way, I wanted to play Dragon Age, but Dragon Age is too expensive, and I don't want to spend that money leading into Christmas. It's $79.99, guys.
Hey.
I will buy it probably. I'll probably get a Steam gift card for Christmas, and I'll probably buy it at Christmas and play it over Christmas, and then we'll report back. But for now, Astroneer. Glitchwalkers. Hopefully the glitches are in the game and not bugs in the game.
Here's the prayer.
Yeah, living on a prayer.
Whoa, we're halfway there.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So the game is tagged as multiplayer open world survival craft. I would say it's kind of more, it's also like space and kind of creativity, base building. There's a lot of other genres that I would kind of throw on there, but it is a hoot. It is a hoot. What has your experience been with Astroneer, if any?
So today I found out that there is a game called Astroneer.
Exactly.
And I'm very excited to play a game called Astroneer.
Exactly. Yeah, so and we try to play games that we've either not played a lot or played at all. Yeah. And in this case, Aaron has not played Astroneer. So this is kind of a game that's kind of near and dear to my heart. I've played it a lot with friends who have now, gotten busier in their lives, and I don't talk to them as often as I would like.
It's the sad fact of being an adult in this world. So
yeah, no one told me adulthood meant losing track of friends, and that really hurts. That kind of it always pulls on the heartstrings.
Yeah, it's not a fun time. And you age, you change, they don't, or sometimes they change too much. It's quite an interesting thing. But
it is. But on a lighter note, Astroneer came out December 16th, 2016 originally.
Wow, so it's pushing 10.
Yeah, and I don't know if that was the early access release date, but I do recall playing this on my old build. And so this game has
that old build sitting there on our desk.
no the one that's still sitting on the shelf that's going to go into a display
that
case
old build
on my next YouTube video.
Next YouTube video.
Yes.
For those of you unaware, Trevor also has a YouTube channel of tech tube. If you will.
Unhinged Systems. Yeah, check it out if you really are into tech. I haven't made a lot of videos in a while, but I am trying to get back on that bandwagon. But the podcast is just so much fun, Aaron, that I want to put my time and attention into things that are fun.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm fun to be around.
You're fun, Aaron. Dang it.
Yeah. Dang it.
So this game, like I said, it came out in 2016. It's been out for a while, but the new DLC dropped, which is Glitch Walkers. And for the most part, Astroneer's DLCs have been just cosmetic things. And you know what? It's a fun little game to play with friends, so the cosmetic things are kind of cool.
Yeah.
But Glitch Walkers is the first one where, new planet type with new kind of game mechanic. So that's kind of what got me interested in it to go, and it's relevant because Glitch Walkers just came out.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of a good opportunity for us to revisit Astroneers, and if you have played it, you know why I love it. If you haven't played it, I highly suggest that if you have friends that you like to play just fun, goofy little games that are especially survival genre or exploration, this is a game I would recommend to give a go. So
yeah, I'm excited for it, and I cannot recommend enough that, if you're listening to the podcast and you want to see some gameplay, this will be posted on our YouTube channel in episodic content.
Yes,
but you're gonna get your regular podcast with us today. So after this, we're gonna disappear and we're gonna come back and we're gonna tell you how we felt playing it.
Yeah, so we're doing an extended play session this time. We're thinking about 3 hours. It could go longer, but the idea is, we're going to do a full play session. We're going to record the whole thing. We're going to release little half-hour snippets of each, break it up into multi-episodes, just because we've noticed, again, Aaron mentioned the playtime. You guys tend to drop off after about the 30-minute mark.
Which is reasonable,
Totally.
Who's got an hour and a half to watch?
That's why everybody listens to podcasts now, because you can listen to them on the go.
On the car.
You're not allowed to watch videos when you're in the car.
Though I will do a little shout out for my public transit friends and family. You can watch all sorts of videos on there. Just don't miss your stop, because that kind of sucks.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. So we're gonna give this game a go. So
I'm excited.
I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go?
My sound gets fixed.
Oh, yeah, I can fix your sound. 1 second, I'm going to fix the sound.
You can fix the sound.
If only we knew an IT guy with 24 years of experience.
If only we knew an IT guy. I would hire him in a heartbeat. I got to stand up.
You are plugged into the power-only port. Now you have...
Well, why the hell do you have a power-only port?
I don't know. So Aaron had the headphones plugged into the charge port. Unfortunately, for some reason, the designers of this case decided to do a charging port that is not actually a USB port.
It's right beside the... I'm mad about it.
I know, it's confusing. And you know what? It's the Dark Base Pro 900 Be Quiet case. And so if you want to complain about it, they just say, be quiet.
Be quiet.
Yeah. Although it is a phenomenal case.
All right, and now
too
loud.
I love you, be quiet.
I love you, be quiet. You're so quiet.
Okay, well, we're going to jump to the game, so we'll catch you, audience, on the other side.
On the flip side, and I cannot wait. I'm very excited to play. See you soon-ish.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh,
Don't sue us,
no.
Nintendo.
So, welcome back.
Hey, welcome to the flip side.
Yeah, so we just played Astroneer for about 3.25 hours.
Yeah, we really pumped into it. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's one of those games that, because there's the next thing, you just keep going. You could play that for, if I was a younger man, I could play that for 12, 14 hours straight.
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
So I have to ask, Aaron, as your first impression into Astroneer, share with me your early impressions and your experience.
Okay, so it's a third person, pretty zoomed out camera, over the shoulder. Very voxely, very, with all that entails. And the beautiful thing about voxels, it's very easy for the engine to render destructive terrain. Right? Because of the simplicity of it and the predictability of it, you can do pretty cool stuff. And Astroneer really did some cool stuff with it. A very simple concept. Use your super sucker 9000 to suck up the resources and things like that. But there was enough interesting deviations from the norm that actually kind of encouraged you to explore and experiment a little bit. And they added enough world things to make it interesting, like, oh, what's over this hill? What's over here? What's that? And it wasn't... One of the things that always frustrates me about these games is that resource grind. You'll find yourself, oh, I'm locked behind this resource. I can't find a clay deposit. I can't find a copper deposit. I can't find... They added the soil centrifuge, which really helped alleviate a lot of that.
Thank God for the soil centrifuge.
Right? Like, oh, I need resin. Well, I could go find a resin field. Or I could just hoover up some dirt and make 8 resin in one go, right? Like, just bam.
Mm-hmm.
So it had enough ways to mitigate the time gate that really felt rewarding. And then, of course, near the tail end, we went on that super deep dive in that cave system. And we never found anything new. Like, we found more aluminum, more zinc, which was fine, right? We found a little copper deposit. But we also found, like, the remains of previous expeditions, people who had come to the planet before us, right? So that adds... It makes the world lived in, and it makes it feel more interesting to me. So it was cool. It was fun. It added enough. We barely touched the expansion.
Oh yeah.
We didn't get off the first planet.
Yeah, getting in the expansion, there were like these weird glitch things that you could get,
Yeah.
and like we at one point accidentally like glitch teleported in like a chunk of a space station.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Xenomorph.
Yeah.
Like references. Yeah.
No, they're our friends. It says so. They're our friends.
Yeah, in like the recording, in like the log that you're reading, it's like, yeah, how to train them, how to make them friendly, and then it's like, please keep them locked up at all times.
Yeah, they found me. It's too late. You're like, oh. So yeah, it was really cool. I had a blast. And honestly, if we were to do just a long play of this and do that for like 2-3 months and just get further and further each time, that'd be really cool. I'd be down.
I'm down. Yeah, that'd be cool.
So on that note, we got to talk about the ranks. Graphics and art. Voxel is a limited format in and of itself.
Yeah, it is voxel, and it is there's something to be said for the game because like it was running at like 328 frames per second or something at one point on my computer.
Butter.
So I'm like, no frame limit, please. I don't want to kill my GPU. But yeah, it's those voxel games and those simple polygons and simple shapes that allow you to really build a giant world where you can do kind of cool stuff without, having to have the top end PC to play it.
Yeah, or spend hours in the design studio on the design side. You can just create a terrain generator and away you go. So voxel games are simplistic, but they're simplistic by design.
Yeah.
And a smart developer, which the team behind Astroneer seems to be, takes advantage of that simplicity. So, while, again, it's not breaking any, like, oh, this isn't any molds, it's still really well executed, really well done. So I'm going to give it a 7.
I like that. And, I have to say, like, even with the reduced graphics quality and the reduced high fidelity textures and stuff like that in the game, where everything's kind of like colorful and cartoony and whimsical.
It was fun, and it never felt like, oh, this is last year's game. Everything was done with a purpose.
Yeah. But while we're spelunking, you're moving forward, and all of a sudden there's this random hole, and you like panic mode, and you actually are laughing and having a good time.
I almost died, and then I did die.
Right. Yeah.
Music, unfortunately, because of the format we were using, we didn't really get any music.
Yeah, it's very like environmental. Like it's just kind of very background noisy.
Yeah. Okay.
Chill, similar to like how Minecraft is just kind of chill, kind of background music. So it's again, it's one of those games where you're probably going to turn the music off and play with your friends if you're playing multiplayer, or if you like that kind of environmental audio. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, or put on put on somebody's podcast, hint, hint, and listen to them while you're digging away, and it's fun. There's a lot of joy to be had. And while I didn't get to hear the music, I did, however, get to hear the sound and audio effects, and those were really well done.
They're so fun with little like pop, 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 pop.
Yeah,
pop,
right. Those little exploding little.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. The vacuuming up the soil sounds or putting the soil down.
So, like, it's really important to me with a game to have good audio feedback. Like, something that bothers me and will always bother me is in Doom 3. Before they patched it out, the shotgun didn't line up with the animation.
Oh, weird.
So you have the fire, and then you'd hear and then right. So it was just a little off, and that bothered me so much. I mean, Doom 3 had its own problem as well, but that audio blit I still remember.
So the little things that matter.
Yeah, and it's very polished. They care. So just on that alone, I'm going to give this a 7 again.
I think that's fair. I think it's good enough graphics for the game and genre that it is, and good enough audio too. Yeah. So I agree with both of those. Yeah.
Which brings us to gameplay. You've played survival games. If you've played a survival game, you've played this game, right? It's not doing anything really new in that field. Where it does do some new stuff is the platforms and hooking them up to power and the tethering system, right? Which the tethering system just feels like a bit of an expansion of like what Subnautica has done, what Breath Edge has done. But this game is older than Breath Edge. And
older than Subnautica, I believe.
Older than Subnautica, my God. So, they've been doing it longer, technically. So, I really enjoyed the gameplay loop.
Subnautica, was 2014, apparently. The initial release. So it wasn't fully released till January 2018. Yeah.
So, with that being said, it was interesting that this is your sphere that you can go, and as you unlock new technologies, the sphere expands and you go out and do more and more things. That is cool. I do like that. And the tether lets you get into that sphere faster, right? You don't have to. Yes, we did unlock bigger air tanks, and that was nice to have.
Oh yeah,
but we could have done it all on tether, right?
The nice thing is if you're just exploring, you could hypothetically just load up your entire pack with air tanks, and you would have like an hour of air. And you could just like run around. I don't know what that would actually factor into time wise, but you could have as much air as you want or as little air as you want. Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah, it's a neat system, and I liked it. So for gameplay, what it did the same as everybody else, it did very well, and where it differed, it was different enough that it was valuable and not just different for different sake. So gameplay wise, this is an 8.5.
8.5, nice.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, like I really enjoy the game, and it's unfortunate you can't do it in 3 hours. But for you to actually get to another planet, you get your chemistry station, you get your gas processing, you start building propellants, and then you build a little rocket and different rockets, and then you can actually like get enough propellant to get into orbit and then fly to another planet where there's completely other challenges, there's new materials, there's stuff that you don't get on your base planet. But there's also, on some of those planets, there's materials that's lacking. So you have to actually like go truck materials back and forth between your two planets if you want to really expand out on one of the subplanets. So it's kind of cool how, you get the large rovers, and once you have the large rovers, every planet you go to, you're going to want a large rover because you can use that to truck so much material and do so many mining runs so much more quickly. And it is one of those games that it is a little grindy at the start, but the longer you get into it, the easier and faster it is to get resources. And I think what I really love about the gameplay is the modular capability of the backpack and the tools and the different. We didn't even get into really a lot of the drill tools that you can use.
Right. Yeah.
There's a ton of other tools that you can build to do like a narrow band instead of wide band, to do an extra wide band so your digging is like 3 times the size, so you dig faster. There's a boost mod where you use power and it like boosts the heck out of how fast you can suck up the ground or put the ground back down. So there's all of these other areas to explore, and that's one of the cool things with a game like this is it's got so many different ways to play, so much content, so many different like tools and gimmicks and toys to play with inside the game that you could just go for. I mean, you could probably get easily 100 hours out of this game.
Oh yeah, I believe it 100%.
Yeah.
Like just the overworld alone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
fun. Did you have fun?
I had a blast.
That's
Now,
great.
I will caveat this with saying that I had a blast because I was playing with a friend,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I have played this for many, many hours by myself, and it is definitely less fun by yourself. It's still a lot of fun, but it's more grindy when it's by yourself.
Yeah, because when you're with another player, you're essentially doubling your everything, right?
Yeah.
Harvest faster, you build faster, you research faster, you get everything fast.
Yeah, I feel like ambient games where you could just like play and do nothing but play and not really have any specific measure of progression other than like the more stuff you get, you could have fun single player. But,
absolutely.
Yeah,
and you know what? I might play a little bit here and there on single player.
Yeah.
Just to kind of practice or explore other options.
Get the hang of it.
Yeah. I think it was good. Anyway, what I really did enjoy, and it had a lot to enjoy.
Yeah.
And yeah, because of that, I'm quite happy to give this a 9 on the funnel meter.
9 of fun. And you know what? I agree with all those ratings. So that gives you about an average 7.9. And
hey, that's really good.
So this game tossed us into the fault a couple of times.
We fell into it was bad.
Oh man! Every time you're digging deeper into the core of the planet, you just kind of keep falling.
Yeah, you'd find a path and you'd be like, "Oh, that's a great path," but you missed like a shadow in a corner, and then you drop, and you're like, "Oh no!"
The game's physics are really cool when you get to the center of the planet.
Oh,
and I won't spoil it for you. You'll have to experience it on your own.
Okay, I can't wait.
It's really cool because you can actually dig to the core of the planet effectively. So very cool. All I can say is gravity gets weird.
Gravity gets weird.
Gravity gets weird.
Figure.
Yeah. You know when they say like if you drilled a hole through the planet and then you jump down that hole, what would happen? Well, I mean, you can pretty much find out in Astroneers if you were so inclined to try to build a hole all the way directly through the planet. I don't know how you would do that without dying many, many times.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Your oxygen issues alone, right?
So I gotta know, fault or catapult?
Oh, this is a catapult, 100%.
Right.
Glitch Walkers just released. Check it out, everybody. I cannot give it enough of a boom.
It's just more new content for an already good game.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm really excited we got to join in on it right now.
And you know what? My ratings are. I'm actually the only rating that I would add for myself would be that I would say for gameplay I give it a 9.0 as well. I think that which doesn't make her like you're a 7.9, I'm an 8.0.
Yeah.
Not a huge difference.
Not enough of a difference.
Not much of a difference, but I agree. Graphics and art, good enough. Music, audio, good enough. But gameplay and fun for me are definitely 9 out of 10s. It's not a 10 out of 10 game for me in any of those categories, but it is a lot of fun, and it is a great game. Definitely worthy of an 8 out of 10.
And it's important to remember that graphics and art don't make a game. They help. Mm-hmm. They sure help. Mm-hmm. And music and audio helps. But yeah, it's really everybody on the team putting it together, and Astroneer, the team behind it, really put it out.
Yeah, they did a good job. Thanks for making such a great game, Astroneer.
Thank you. Who are the devs again?
So if we go back to the Steamy Wonder, not a nickname I want to have, but System Era Softworks. Yeah.
So good job, System Arrow. You guys really, really knocked it out of the park.
I just think it's super cool that you release a game in 2016 and you are still pumping out little DLCs for it from time to time.
Well, this is fun. They're a child company of Devolver Digital.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a small development studio led by some veteran game developers in Seattle, Washington. Yeah, very cool. Well, we appreciate the game, and we appreciate you guys for coming by and listening to our 30th official episode.
Yeah.
Where, as we say, every 10th episode, we're going to play something special Every fifth episode, we're going to load the catapult and talk about what's new and upcoming and what we're excited for. And everything in between, we're going to play random genres and just have some fun gaming.
Have some fun with it. Yeah. So thank you all. And as we like to say here, good luck.
Have fun.
Don't die.
And that's our time and the end of our episode.
But don't feel sad it's over. Be glad it happened. From the two of us in the basement, thanks for tuning in.
Join us next time.
And feel free to send us any feedback on our socials or send us a direct email at bfcpcontact@gmail.com.
And if you're really interested in what we're doing, join us on Patreon, where we will have loads of behind-the-scenes stuff and uncut takes as more episodes are released. Patreon.com/basements, faults, and catapults.
We're always excited to hear from you because we love engagement. We look forward to our next catapult launch and hope you can join us for the ensuing chaos.
Good luck.
See you next time.